Good afternoon. I'm Saad Al-Aziz, the owner and head instructor of Semper Fortis Jiu Jitsu here in San Antonio, Texas, and I'm here to tackle this week's question of the week. So this week's question of the week came from one of my students who had taken some time off from Jiu Jitsu due to various life events, and their question was, should they remove their stripes or demote themselves, because they're going to be rusty, they're not going to be where they were when they earned those stripes or those belts. And the short answer is absolutely not. You earn those promotions, and my job as a jiu-jitsu teacher is to take you from wherever you're at and build. Like I had a student years ago. He came to me from another school, but he hadn't trained in like 12 years. He had taken a serious injury. He was a purple belt when he got injured. And it was like 12 years. He's coming back and he's like, hey, should I start over at white belt? And I'm like, no, absolutely not. Keep your purple belt on, and we're going to build, and I'm going to get you back up to the purple belt level. And then my ultimate goal is to get you to the black belt level. So just because you have to take time off, whether it's weeks, months, sometimes years, like life happens, there's no reason to be demoted. So you earn that promotion. You're going to keep the promotion. And my job as a teacher is just to build on where you're at and to get you where you need to be. I've seen other schools do different stuff, and I'm just not about that. So if a student comes to me from a different school with a belt, I respect that belt as long as it's from a legitimate jiu-jitsu teacher. If they came to me with a black belt from Master Ken, who does the YouTube videos, I'd be like, nah, you're going to have to take that trash off. But as long as it's a legitimate, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu teacher, I'm going to respect your belt. And it doesn't matter how long ago you got the belt. And if you had to take time off from training, that's okay. We're going to build on it. I even had a student come in one time, and he showed up in a white belt. And I was like, man, you are really, know a lot of Jiu Jitsu. And he's like, yeah, I was a blue belt at my last school, but now that I moved here, I just started over at white. I'm like, no, you don't start over at white. We keep you at blue, and we build off of it. So if you have to take time off, there's no reason to be demoted. There's no punitive stuff. Like, life happens, and I respect your belt. You earn that belt or those stripes, and when you come in to train, my job is just to make you better, to take you from where you're at with your current skill level and get you better. So if your current skill level, if you come in with say a brown belt and you had to take a couple years off or whatever, I'm going to build you back up to that brown belt and then ultimately get you to black belt. That's my goal. So there's no reason to ever demote somebody because they've taken time off from training. And you definitely should not demote yourself or, come in and do a roll and be like, oh, all the junior belts, are tapping me. Let me take my belt off, or let me take my stripe off. I've seen people do that, and there's just no reason for that. So short answer is, do not demote yourself because you took time off. You come back, your instructor is going to work with you, and that's my job here at Semper Fortis. What they do at other schools, they can do whatever they want, because I don't own those schools. This school, you earn that belt, and you're going to keep the belt or those stripes, and we're just going to build you up. That's what we do here. All right, that's it for this week's question. Got a question for next week? Fire below, or ask me via social media or in person, and I'll have next week's question. All right, thanks. Have a great day. Ciao.